Hey everyone, here's that 2008 Toyota Sienna that I thought was going to be replacing the transmission on. The owner brought it to me while they had it towed here from another shop. Another shop quoted him $4,800, put a new transmission in it, or a reman transmission in it. And they said the transmission was bad. Before I started getting into it, I talked to the owner and he told me 6 months ago that Toyota did a full service on the transmission, flush it, filter, everything. So I went and checked the filter, the fluid and everything, not the filter, but the fluid, and the fluid was like new. I mean, it looked really good. So for the heck of it, I thought I would just see if maybe it's a transmission control module. So what I did is I disconnected the power supply for 24 hours, and I just plugged it back in here about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And I got in the vehicle, and I made sure everything was off, no radio, no air, no nothing. Everything was off. Started the vehicle up and I let it warm up for about 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, I jumped in the vehicle and I just started driving her down the road. I got her up to around 55, 60 miles an hour, and then I would come to a stop. And I did that 5 times. And what that did is it basically got the transmission control module to relearn shifting and everything. And it seemed to work. We got lucky with this one. At worst, I thought maybe we'd just have to replace the transmission control module. That you can get those usually around $1,200–1,300. Sometimes you get them cheaper if you find a good used one. But transmission shifting beautifully now. Before we got a hold of it, well, I even tried it when I first brought it here. You couldn't even drive it because it was stuck into high gear. And what it was doing on him, it was going and it was staying in first or second. It'd wind way up, and then it would pop into neutral, and the check engine light come on and it wouldn't want to move, and it was just totally messed up. So like I said, all I did was disconnect the power supply, the battery. I let it set overnight, roughly 24 hours. Came back, hooked the battery back up, and warmed the engine up really good, transmission really good there. Let it idle for 15 minutes and took her out and started driving her slowly, not hard acceleration, but just nice, easy pace, light gas all the way up to around 55, 60, and then I come to a stop. Slowly brought it back down to 0. Did that 5 times. The transmission's shifting beautifully now. I've been driving it for quite a while now, for a good hour and a half, and it's shifting, no problems. Everything's working perfect. It's downshifting, upshifting. Even got on the gas hard. It's passing gear. Everything is working good. So you might want to try that. I'm sorry there's not much involved in this video. I thought this was going to be a full big job pulling the transmission out and putting a new one in, but I'll save the customer a lot of money because there's nothing wrong with it other than the transmission control module basically need to be reset. But anybody out there that's having problems like that, that might be the first thing you want to try for the heck of it. Is disconnect the power and just see if it'll come back.